have to talk to you guys real quick because this place has copyrighted music. It's almost impossible to find Guinness in draft in Vietnam, and it was also impossible to find in Cambodia. But I found a little treasure here. This here is the older version of Guinness. This Guinness here is a treasure as well. It has more bubbles than the usual Guinness, and it's quite delicious. It's not available in my country, but is it available in your country? The copyright music is back on. Cheers, guys. Put down a comment if you have this Guinness, or if you have many types of Guinness in your country. Tell me what types you have.
Good night and God be with you all.
So guys, I asked the friendly bartender to turn off the music here outside because as you can see, I'm alone here. So like if other people were here, I would not be like this like cunt of a YouTuber. Can you please turn off the music because I get copyrighted? Of course not. But because I am alone out here anyway and there's no one enjoying the music, I asked him kindly if he could turn off the music for a little while just outside here, and he kindly replied. So I replied, my English is not perfect, he kindly said no worries. So they have their own stout here. It's not their stout, but it's a Irish stout that they have here that's made in some other place around here, and we're gonna check it out. So the first thing I'm gonna tell you guys that we are in Asia and Vietnam where you can't even get a Guinness on draft almost anywhere. So of course this rating is not gonna be a normal rating. Take that in mind. It's not gonna be a rating like if we were in Europe, Dublin, London, even somewhere else than that, because here it's very hard to find a stout on draft. So keep that in mind. The rating system is gonna be really different. It's just like you would not rate horror movies like you rate Interstellar or Hans Zimmer. So keep that in mind. So let's look at it here. Okay. So it has oops. So the glass is not dirty, but it clearly was a little bit wet, as you can see. And it doesn't have a really big head, as you can see here. It had, to be fair, it had a bigger head before, but it has gotten down a little bit. But let's try it out here. This stout here that I never heard of before, but let's try it. Okay, it's like, this is like an ugly duckling, to be honest. If I'm completely honest, it didn't look really good at the first sight with the eyes, because the head was not as perfect as a Guinness, and you could see the glass, but it is actually really tasty, I must admit. You can taste the chocolate, and I really love chocolate. And you can taste the hint of coffee like you would taste in a Guinness. Let's take one more sip. So it's sweeter than a Guinness. It's sweeter than a Guinness. And I don't actually mind that. It goes down really smooth. So I'm gonna give it a score right now, guys. And I'm gonna be honest here. If we were in Europe, or in Dublin, or in any place like this, I'd probably give this stout a 6. And the 6 in a place like that is actually a quite good score if you take in a point all the competition. But because we are here in Asia and it's so hard to get a stout on draft, the familiarity of drinking a stout on draft is giving me fond memories. So with the different scoring system, because I'm scoring it because like here you can only get Guinness in cans, perhaps only 1 or 2 places have it on draft, but at least not, I think, in Ho Chi Minh. For that reason, I'm gonna give it a solid 7.5. Let me see, guys. Yeah, a solid 7.5. It's a quite enjoyable stout, and if you're missing the flavor of a draft stout here in Asia, I've been traveling for a long time around perhaps Cambodia, perhaps Vietnam. In Thailand you can get Guinness on draft on many places, but for some reason it's hard to find here in Cambodia and Vietnam. And this draft here, this stout here, is quite a comforting, familiar feeling. So if I'm gonna put it up to a 7.6 even, because of the nostalgia it gives you. So yeah, that's that, guys. So guys, before we leave, we have one Guinness in a can. We cannot leave without having a normal Guinness, even though they didn't have Guinness on draft. A Guinness is a Guinness, guys. So guys, are you like me? I know it's blasphemy that Guinness is supposed to be served at the right temperature, but me personally, I feel the colder the Guinness is, the better. Like, I know this is complete blasphemy, but I have even asked bartenders back in my country of Iceland to put the Guinness in a frozen glass, and they just like look at me like I'm some sort of freak. But I really love an ice cold Guinness. If there's anyone here that feels the same, put it down in the comments, guys. But check out this here Guinness from a can. It has an okay head. It's not the head is not too bubbly. If you keep in mind that it was from a can. Let's take a sip of this Guinness, guys. So Guinness for me is still the king of the hill, even in a can. That's why we have to find a Guinness on draft before we leave Vietnam. So thank you guys for coming with me, looking at Ho Chi Minh. I hope this was important for you because maybe like you guys aren't like Guinness connoisseurs or beer connoisseurs, but like Guinness is just a way of life, guys. I don't like going to clubs or partying. Going to clubs or partying, but like having 1-2 Guinnesses, just like enjoying good food, good conversation with my friends, or like this guy's here.
You little brat! I told you not to go out last night, but you snuck out the window anyway. I'll never trust you again, you little brat. When I tell you not to go out, that means do not go out. Now get out of my sight.
So before we go home, the gentleman at the bar, he told me that this Irish stout that is really famous on another street here in Vietnam. I'm not sure if I misunderstood him, if it's made in that street, but supposedly it's supposed to be in a superb quality at that street. So I say we go to one place more to have a real Irish stout on draft here in Vietnam. Since this one was a 7.6 in our Asia rating, let's see how it is in the place where it's actually famous from, here in Ho Chi Minh. Let's see if the rating goes up. Maybe we can even give it a European rating. Who knows? Stay tuned, guys.
lads that e'er I've had, they're sorry for my going away. And of all
So I talked to the gentleman, and he told me that this stout here is actually made in Vietnam. So it's an Irish stout made in Vietnam. And you can see here that this beer, the head is a little bit bigger, and it looks a little bit more, I must admit, a little better than the stout we had at the other place, even though it is the same stout. Let's try it out. Wow, and this one is ice cold as well, just like I like it. I must say this one is creamier. It has lots of bubbles like the old type of Guinness in the glass bottles, but it has a little bit of creaminess like the original Guinness. I would say that I'm gonna higher the score up right now, since I learned that it's actually made here in Vietnam. I'm gonna give it a 7.6 in Europe scoring, not Vietnam scoring, in Europe scoring. So that means that this is a pretty good pint. A pretty good pint, guys. 7.6 in Europe scoring, in Dublin scoring. So take that note. A pint made here in Vietnam, a stout, that's at the 7.6 rater at an Irish scoring. Now that's pretty good. You cannot beat that.